Good morning, everybody. Matrix here, and here is a really quick video that I want to make. I've actually been wanting to make this video for a long while now. As you can see, it's a Thursday morning, long weekend. Currently, I have the chart of Lyft on. This video is more importantly about risk management. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions on how to manage your size and risk properly. And also today, a member of the Trick Trade chat room asked, how do you gauge wiggle room when you put in a stock and or when you put in a trade? And you always hear people say, yes, you got to respect your stop, but you got to give it some wiggle room. Okay, so let's get on with it. Let's not try to make this video too long. This is a trade that I took. As you can see, I'm bringing it into screen share right now on Lyft. And this trade, I took a loss on it and I stopped out. This trade happened on April 15th, so a couple days ago. And I have the chart scrolled on there, and I mapped out the trade entries here. And it was a short. Okay, so here are my entries. 100 shares here at the open, 930, 56.75. Cover half at 56.95, and then cover half here at 57.15. Now, overall, I took $30 off this loss. Okay. Now, I want to go through the thinking behind this and risk management, because as a trader, if you don't have risk management, you're basically playing the lotto. So here, I want to zoom out a little bit on talk about the plan on Lyft here, and let's scroll back here. I hope you guys can see. It was on 16th, not the 15th. Okay, so April 16th. So it was on this day. As you can see, I already have the support and resistance line drawn on my charts here. These lines or these drawings have been on since I've been trading Lyft. Okay, now basically I just load them, and the thesis of Lyft on the 16th that day was that I had these line drawn, and it made a dump, big dump at the on the 15th, and then I was looking for like a continuation on the 16th, because I had this trend line mapped out. Okay, this uptrend line, and on the 16th right here, if I zoom into the 30-minute chart, right at the open, it snapped this uptrend, right? When there's major volume coming, and that's where I shorted, right? So coming into the 1-minute chart here, as I show you my entries, Lyft kind of on that day kind of gapped up a little bit, grinded up a little pre-market, and then these levels still held, right? These levels were marked off on the 15th, the day prior, and as you can see, 57 was a very key level. Okay, so pre-market, it did a little pop and under. Excuse me. It did a little pop and under pre-market. I was watching this. I'm thinking, okay, if the uptrend line snap, I'm going to short it for continuation downside. On the 15th here, it took a hard dump and then it grinded back up on like consolidation, right? So the thesis was to short it for more downside. So at the open, out the gates, as you can see, actually, let me bring in back my executions here. At the open, out the gates, as you can see, it snapped hard, and I shorted it right away because I don't want to miss the move. And my risk was basically right above the 57 area, right here. Okay, that was my risk. Okay, so I had like a 40, 50 cent risk here, and I shorted it with 100 shares, which is usually my starter size, 100 shares. Okay, now as this thing came down, it initially worked, but then it started coming back up, and it broke through these highs of the first candle right here. There was a red flag that kind of came up, and I'm thinking, okay, had it supposed to be a short on the day, and had it been weak, it would have keep coming down on the next candle. But no, the next candle, this candle got bought back up at the open. The next candle opened sideways and then started ramping. And from here around the 95s area, I I saw the red flag and I took some off. It reclaimed the VWAP, it reclaimed the 90 MA, and I took half off instead of waiting for it to hit my stop. So right here, as you can see, I took 50 shares off, okay, on the 20 cent mark because there was a red flag. Now, as it came up some more and it hit my stop, I finally took off the rest of it, okay? Now, if you do the math here, this is a $30 loss. Had I not took this first half off when I saw the red flag and just held it and took it off at my original stop here at 57, my stop was the breakout of 57, this would have been a $40 loss instead, right? See the 40 cents difference? So how do you stop out properly is basically you don't just stop out with one shot. Stopping out, just like entering trades, exiting trades takes a lot of thinking as well. It's not really just one level. It's multi levels where you have to plan your stops as well. Okay, if the stock goes against me this much, I'm going to take a little bit off, but my main plan was at the 57. So I'm just going to take a little bit off to alleviate the risk a little bit and then just let it ride until the stock actually stops me out. And with this type of stop loss management, you actually save money in the long run. So I saved $10 here on this trade. Okay, I know it's not about the money, but using 100 shares here and then doing the 50-50 can actually show you guys really how the math works, right? So on this trade, I saved $10. Had I not take off just a little bit here when I saw the red flag and just held it to my full stop, I would have lost $40. Now that $10 over time, every time you stop out, adds up. Okay, so now that you've learned how to stop out properly, how would you get back in? So let's say I did take off half here, but when it comes to the 57 area, it started rolling over and rejected, and then I can actually, once it came back down, or once I see the rejection, I can add back the 50 shares, right? I can add it back, or I can even add more if I had more conviction telling me, okay, this stock is done. Or when this stock came back down to the VWAP, I could have add back in and just jam it and then ride out the original plan again and see it come down. So when you're making a trade, entering a trade, or exiting a trade, it's never really just, oh, I want to get in here, one shot, and then just wait, right? To manage a trade properly, you really have to think on different levels. Where will I cut off a little bit, or where will I take profits a little bit, right? Where will I add, or where will I stop out fully, right? So there's all these type of levels of thinking going on in my mind during the day when I'm trading, especially at the open when the volume comes in and everything's very sporadic. It's very important to keep a calm mind and not let the price action of the candles kind of spook you out or make you panic. What's more important is that going into the trading day, you need to have a plan, right? So for example, Lyft, this trade, I planned it the night before already. Okay, at least some sort of a general plan, and then you have all your support and resistance levels marked off. And then from there, you basically execute the plan. How the candles move sporadically doesn't really affect my thinking in that terms, because at the open, ideally, I usually use the tape and the price points here and the level 2. So I don't really take a look at the chart at the open, but that's just me though, you know what I mean? And the tape I find very, very useful, at the open, especially when it's rolling really fast, where you see prices hit either the bids or the offer. You really have an idea of where the buyers and sellers are coming in. Okay, so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you as much as it helped me saving this money here on taking this small loss. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video because it's for free. I'm a member of Trick Trades, and Trick is my mentor, and everybody who comes into Trick Trades learn this kind of stuff, right? If you are a struggling trader, make sure and you want to change and you don't want to lose and sick and tired of losing money trading, I highly do consider you come check us out at Trick Trades. In the video link description, I have discount codes. So take a look at that, and I'll be looking forward to interacting with you guys when you're in the room. If you're not in the room and you want to contact me with trading questions or want to just talk stocks or shoot the shit, my contact info is also in the video description links. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and thumbs up. And I'll see you guys later on today. Ciao.